super sport, wet paint, big feet. I pull up and kill shit, 6 feet.
Alright, 6 feet going deep. It's Notorious with
Personality, P3.
Alright, Personality. Why don't you tell us about what you do?
I make music. I'm a hip hop artist. I'm based off of Miami, Florida, Little Haiti area.
Is Little Haiti like considered Broward, or is it considered?
Nah, it's actually Little Haiti is Dade, close to Wynwood. Actually, in the borderline between 37 and 3rd. That's where he's at.
And we were just talking about Art Basel. How'd you like that?
It was pretty good. It was real good for a lot of upcoming artists and every artist to get out there and to from every world of artists, painters and stuff like that to show their craft.
Do you go like every year?
Yeah, actually. I'm actually was raised in Wynwood before that was Wynwood, yeah.
Well, I want to know what was that transition period like?
In the beginning, before all that?
Yeah.
Man, the transition period, it was a lot of changes. A lot of people that used to be, hoods and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it was a lot of changes, but we was already aware of that changes before, probably 5 years before they was changing. They already had plans for that, but it changed, and now if you look at it, it's $1 million location.
No, yeah. It's so different from how it used to be, because I used to go up there a lot.
Right, it's mad different, it's real good for the locals, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hotel location, it's free to get in, it's mad chill, you got, everybody in a good vibe.
The only thing is the parking.
That's
the worst part about it.
Everybody actually hustle, the neighborhoods be like, yo, I got parking and stuff like that. That's their best time of the year too, Art Plaza.
So are those legit? Because my boys would tell me oh, don't park there because what if they close the gate, you can't get
they
you feel me?
They're not licensed certified, but they responsible. They'll definitely be on top of it,
I know for the next time.
Yeah, they'll take care of you for sure.
What was it like growing up in Wynwood, around the area?
It was actually fun. It was a journey. I actually grew up in Wynwood half my childhood to the age of 12, and then from 12 I went to North Miami. Miami. I was there till 15, got incarcerated. But Wynwood was, my childhood was fun. It was, a lot of people was throwing a lot of parties everywhere. Every neighborhood you go to.
Really?
Yeah. So around that era too, it wasn't cell phones and shit. So everybody if they need to come meet up with somebody, they'll go to that spot. And when everybody there, boom. But yeah, it was Wynwood was definitely different back then.
Were you getting in a lot of trouble?
Nah, hell no. Nah, I try not to.
Was it your childhood very musically influenced?
Yeah, actually my uncle is Bizzle. Rest in peace, Bizzle. Bizzle was a local Miami artist. He made that song, I'm a Stripper. I'm a stripper, this is my life. So he made a single, I'm a Stripper, then he had Iceberg on it. And that's who inspired me into music, really, to be honest.
So you grew up around that?
Yeah,
around
Iceberg? Not around Iceberg, but Bizzle. I don't know, a lot of people don't, remember him. But he was up and coming. He was locally known because, he was a stripper anthem. He had that stripper, joint going on. So
okay.
I was really raised with him, that's on my mom's side. He's my mom's little brother, so we always raised in his house. And he built a studio, and then, he started taking off from the bottom.
Were you allowed in the studio? Allowed to record and everything?
Hell no, growing up as a kid, so yeah, he was get out of the studio. And sometimes, it all depends on how you felt, you'd be all right, come on. You can.
Nowadays it's different because just little kid rappers all the time.
Right, yeah, hell yeah. Now it's everybody want a young artist, what I mean?
Yeah. What do you think about that?
I mean, I wish they did that back then, but yeah, man, I feel like it's a good growth for new opportunity, new talent. They always shifting the wave. Every generation always shift the wave of music. So I feel like it's a good thing. Giving kids these opportunities. But I feel we losing the opportunity. I'm 28 years old. So.
You think so?
Yeah.
Cause I always wondered is like, because nowadays there's more and more like younger rappers.
Right.
Like, when do you think it is the cutoff, like that you're too old to be a rapper or you're too young to be a rapper? And like, is there even like one of those, like,
I feel like it is. I feel like they got a age era to a point. I feel like 35 is like even too much. I feel like 32 is like even too much.
Because before, rappers were blowing up at like 26, 27, 28.
Yeah, that was the perfect time. Like,
yeah.
But now it was like 15, 16, 18, 19. But yeah, man, when you get to a certain age and chasing a dream for a certain amount of time, and it gets overwhelming because so much sacrifice you go through, so much money investment, and everything you do to it. You know.
What's some stuff that you sacrifice?
Rent money on time, shit.
Really?
Sometimes, yeah, you know, like if you really truly believe in yourself and like you believe in everything, you know, you're doing, why not sometimes make sacrifice? Because you never know where it could take you. I mean, bills gonna always be there, you know, stress and drama, all that is a part of the cycle. And the most important thing is doing something you love, doing something that could take you away from all that. So.
When did you find out that music was something that you loved?
Actually, in the age of 9, I had a good friend that used to live in North Miami, Mark and Marcus, M Hoodie, Bruno Mali know them, but M Hoodie and Dre Marcus, rest in peace, they both died. So when we was in elementary school, I remember one day we was walking home. And they asked me, yo, you know how to freestyle? Mind you, I grew up with my uncles, them, and he used to always make studio, and you know. So that's when I gave it a try, and I was like, man, you know what? I'm gonna just start freestyling. We started freestyling at the age of 9, but I got into basketball, and that didn't turn out well. So let's say probably.
Did you like hurt your knee or something?
Nah, actually, I got incarcerated when I was 15. I blew all my chances, but I say like the age of 14 because that's when I got into the habit of writing. You know, I had my uncle friends to, you know, teaching me little by little how to write.
You were like writing in jail?
Yeah, hell yeah, I was writing in jail.
So let's say like you were writing, right? You know like all the words, but like would you be able to like remember like flow and everything?
Nah.
You know,
I mean, I feel like it depends if like it's something you really took, you know, to the heart. Like, okay, I wrote this, and this is something I really like. I felt deep into it. But like when you're constantly writing different songs, trying to be more creative. Sometimes I get bored of doing one thing. I try to do another thing. But yeah, I mean, when I write lyrics nowadays, I freestyle before I even write. I freestyle.
Like over the beat?
Yeah, I freestyle. I freestyle over the beat. I'll just probably listen to it, freestyle in my head, and probably take 4 of those, and then boom, I'll start writing after that. But, yeah.
So like, what was the first time that you ever got into the studio?
Well, first time is when I was 17 years old, when I got out of jail. You know, I felt like I had so much stuff written.
Was it like first day out kind of thing?
Yeah, not first day out. It took me some time. It probably took me like a month or 2, you know, after getting out of jail, you know, reincarnating with your family, going through the process. But everything I written, I had finally got all my stuff back, my property from jail, you know, when you get out. And I wanted to try, I wanted to give it a shot, I wanted to try a studio. So my first time in the studio was in downtown Miami. I was doing something with the Diaz brothers. They had like a studio downtown in this building, so that was my first location. When I was 17. So.
When you were in the studio, like, did you like know how to like, you know, flow and everything? Because I know like a lot of times when you go into the studio and you hadn't been like in a while or like before, you know, you're spending money to like on studio time. So if you don't have that like ability yet, and you're like, you know, you're like practicing in the studio, you're like paying for that practice.
That's a hurt right there. It's like when you're not fully prepared. I remember being in that position where you don't even have the beat in hand sometimes, or you come in there and you expect the engineer to download the beat. Or you come in there, you got half a verse finished, you got to finish the rest of the verse through the process of recording. You know, that take time, that take all the money away too. Stressed out, like, damn, short time. And then I feel like that's where the pressure hits more. Like when you're recording and, you know, that moment of, okay, you're on record, it's like pressure, like, damn. So I feel like I've been in that position going to the studio not ready, and then you look at the time and you feel like you took a loss because you gotta get yourself right and prepared for it.
Mm. So what are your studio sessions like now?
My studio session, like far as my level of music,
Yeah.
like
Or like, how was it like? What was the vibe like in the studio with you?
what would survive in the studio with me?
Mm. Like you just go in there, you just knock everything out, or is it like?
Oh yeah,
Like, so then, like,
I go in there. It's like now it's like a cycle for me. This is a routine for me. Now I go in there and just knock shit out because I have everything up in hand. This time I come with my hard drive. I already have my beat, everything I've been working on for a while, or anything before I go in there. I know now to like get ready and fully prepared because that time is everything. Now I could go in there and just drop 3 songs. You know what I'm saying? Within 2 hours, 4 songs within 2 hours, and it wouldn't be a problem. You know what I mean? Because I'm already ready and like you get the routine. You really gotta get in the habit and going. You know, really going to the studio and pushing yourself.
Oh, yeah.
You get that routine. It's nothing for you.
What was the like your favorite song that you ever recorded?
Phew. My favorite song I ever recorded, it had to be a record called Depression. I have a record called Depression, basically break down, you know, my cycle, I had to really acknowledge, I had to really get awareness of my, situation sometimes when you're depressed and stuff like that. I put it all into a song. I feel like when I listen to that song, it cures me in a way.
Why were you depressed? Or like what time period was that?
Living situation, stability, past trauma and all that. So it kind of like, you go through these obstacles. But, that depression, I felt like I wanted to do something for people that's actually in that state of mind. There's a lot of people that's out there that's in that state of mind. No matter if they happy, they don't feel it. They can have a good moment and their inside is like, they feeling is down and out.
They're just like faking it like for other people.
Yeah, because, the mind is the spirit. So when the mind is down, the spirit is low. So it's like, it takes a lot from you. It takes a lot from the people that love you, your surroundings who surround you. Sometimes your mind is in a blur and you're trapped in your mind through that time process. So it's like, I've been in my mind for like 30 minutes.
It sounds like you're rapping just now. You ever feel like you have to go through lows, like to experience the highs?
Yeah. I feel like you have to go through these experiences in order for you to, to know how to forgive and know how to move forward. You know what I mean? Know how to, accept it. Acceptance is the biggest thing you could take to move forward. Like, if you could go through things and be like, I accept all this thing that I've been through, you actually move forward. You know what I mean? If you don't accept it and don't forgive, it's like, it's gonna hold you back. It's really, I don't know, do something to you.
Have you made any music about like heartbreak or like girls or anything like that?
Yeah.
Being heartbroken?
Heartbroken?
Or like depression because of it?
Well, I really haven't, I wouldn't say heartbroken. I probably feel like, I probably express a woman, like if a woman trying to figure me out and trying to figure out what's wrong with me at certain times. Like, let's say we go through our obstacles and our ups and downs. And whatever run through my mind probably could be the causes of our obstacles. You know what I mean? I probably went off of this thought or this insecurity or this and that. So sorry about that.
No, you're good.
But I feel like I wouldn't say heartbroken, like, oh, you broke my heart, but I would say like, my flaws. Made songs about my flaws so women can get an understanding about my behavior and stuff like that. To get an idea of what I go through.
So like, how do you get an idea of what to make a song about?
Actually, it goes for me. If I find a beat that's catchy that make me want to write right there, I feel like it will come natural because I've been through so much. I speak consciously. I like to rap about conscious things. You know what I mean? Like things people can relate to.
Through?
Yeah, that they can relate themselves in and be like, you know what? But I feel like in the process of doing that, I use like a up tempo beat. Let's say it can sound like a club beat, like a club record. The voice, the sound can sound club, but the message behind it is like a conscious record. Like damn, there's a record called I Know that I have. It's pretty like on that sense,
Which one?
It's called I Know. I have it on SoundCloud. That's probably like my biggest plays. I have like 34,000, probably 35 right now.
What's it like seeing numbers like that?
Well, that gives you, when I see numbers like that, man, that gives me the encouragement to keep going. Because sometimes it could get overwhelming, chasing a dream, and you feel like nothing's going right for you. Nothing's, you know, you got all these bills, priority, you're all balanced, chasing your dream, and, you know, priorities in a way. I feel like when you see numbers like that, it holds you, it keeps you like going in a way like, okay, damn, I'm doing good. Because I could have been like, damn, I give up, I ain't got no numbers. Nothing going good for me. I'm at a certain age now. It's like, you know, but numbers like that, what it do for me, it keeps me going. It keeps me more active. It keeps me like getting involved, finding ways to, what can I do to keep the numbers growing? What can I do to keep the consistency growing? So the numbers is really a pride factor.
So what do you do to keep consistent? Like you drop a song like every week, every month?
Oh hell no, that's like giving too much. Well, I would say probably like get more interactive with like the people, like Instagram, social media. Social media is like the biggest key for like the platform nowadays. Social media is the one that gives you all the views and stuff like that. So I feel like I do like, you know, edit videos, edit pictures. I edit my pictures, probably take a picture here and there. I find ways where I can get a visual and keep going.
So you focus on like your image?
Right. Like more management. I had to separate myself from artistry to management.
Yeah.
Because I have so much product, I have so much, like, you know, now it's like, where can I take it? Where is the right step to take it to? Like management, like who, you know, management charging like $3,500 now for 6 months. Like damn. But you know, I'm a regular nigga, so I work in Fish Island as a cook, but still I'm pursuing the dream. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's just the realest of me, you know what I mean? Keeping 100 with myself.
So do you feel like it's okay for artists to like, you know, live regular lives, like, you know, have regular jobs and everything like that? Because there is like a stigma, like if you're an artist, you shouldn't be, you know,
you shouldn't be working
Subway or something.
I mean, a lot of artists don't admit to that. They won't show it. I wouldn't show it. I wouldn't recommend that. But then again, when you true to yourself and you know where you come from, you appreciate where you come from, and that way, when you do have the success, you know where you come from, and you know yourself. I mean, that will help other people, give people hope. You know what I mean? Like in work fields that have a dream, they work in like Whole Foods, and they're a painter, and they want to get their paint out there. They have so much talent that they dedicated their time at a job where they have to get the money. I mean, if I'm out there scamming and shit like that, my possibility is making a lot of money, but then again, if I do get fucked up, everything gone. Now my time is being held. I'm being held back. And I was like, damn, you know, okay, all that money could have been, you know, there's a lot to it. It got its pros and cons.
Like it's slower, but it's more reliable and more.
It's more like more safer than nowadays, because a lot of way shit out here. A lot of people snitching on each other. Money make people change.
At the same time, if you think about it, like let's say that you're like scamming, right? You're just scamming at your crib. So like in the time that you're at your crib, you could be working on everything, right? But then if you're at Whole Foods, then like you're spending time at Whole Foods. So you like, yeah, you're getting money, but then
that's true. See, I got the pros and cons. It's true.
Exactly.
It's true, though. It's true.
Cause that's stuff I think about. You feel me? Like I would think like, damn.
Find ways to make it. Yeah. I feel like, I mean, shit. I don't know nobody that's scamming and shit like that. Shit, I wish I had it like that. Shit. But you know, like
no, nowadays everyone's doing that.
Yeah. So now it's like everybody doing what is not for them. Like I said, it's like, for instance, everybody want to be a rapper. You know what I'm saying? Certain people made for it. Certain people just ain't cutting.
What do you think it is that makes them not cut out for it?
I mean, what I think is probably like, nowadays I just feel like, man, it's all a hustle now. It's like it's always been like that, but it's more of a lotto ticket. Everybody want it, you know what I mean? Everybody want to be that person big. Everybody want to be great. That's like, you know, me saying, you know what, I rap, but then again, I see him making money cooking. I want to do the same shit. I'm doing something that's not.
What do you think about that too? Like just switch, like not really focusing, like just seeing like where the money's at and then like following that. Because I know a lot of people do that.
Shit, that shit is difficult, man. Trying to focus on what you do for a living, like focus on making a living and at music at the same time.
Like let's say that you want to do music right now,
Right.
But then someone's like, oh, I make like 50 grand a year cooking,
Right.
And you're like, oh, let me go cook, and then you drop all your music stuff. What do you think about that? Like just like
That's shit. You lost faith in yourself. I feel like you just. I mean, it had to be a moment when you just gave up if you dropped everything and just say, you know what. But it's like you need income to come in to pursue your dream. Like you need that. You need to invest more into it. Hey, how you doing? So it's like that income is like, you need income. You need that. You need money behind your dream. You need to pay your bills. You need to pay your rent. You need to take care of your kids. You gotta take care of your family. So it's like whatever priority come first. Cause I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I'm behind my priority due to the fact that I've been chasing my dreams for so long that I got lost into it. I'm not worrying about working, making money here and there. I put my time into my dream, my time into my money. But through the process, no stability. Everything, you can lose everything in a quick second. You know what I mean? And you gotta stop what you're doing just to take care of your priorities or your license. Oh, you gotta pay this, you gotta pay that, you gotta pay that.
So what are you working on right now?
I'm working on an album called Dreams and Priority. Just speaking of that. Dreams and Priority, basically, you gotta keep everything in a balance because you might not be successful in your dream career that you're trying to pursue. Things might not pop off the way you want it to pop off. If anything, you have your priority. Okay. You have your priorities that always come in between your dreams. So let's say you got this certain amount of money that you're about to spend in your dreams. Oh shit, something about to pop up. Now you gotta reschedule. Now you gotta step back. So I named my project Dreams and Priorities. It's basically to give just me, full of me. My artist named P3rsonality, so I got a whole lot of reggae, a whole lot of different vibes to it. It ain't just on some depression shit.
I was gonna ask in the beginning, but what did you actually grow up listening to?
Latin music.
You still like that now?
Hell yeah.
You like Bad Bunny?
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah, Bad Bunny. Well, yeah, you go in. Weezy, Yandel, and Tego back then, they had it knocking too.
Tego Calderon?
Yeah, Tego had it booming. But Bad Bunny right now, I feel like he the new trend. Like he's the king of that rap trap, that Spanish trap.
Definitely. He has a song with Drake.
Yeah, that new shit, that shit's dope too. Yeah, but I feel like with Bad Bunny, you know how to put the words together. His wordplay is crazy.
I don't speak Spanish. I don't understand Spanish great, but I be fucking with it. But it's funny. Have you ever seen the Mia video?
The new one with Drake?
Yeah.
Yeah, I seen that one.
It's funny. On the comments, they be like, "How is Drake speaking better Spanish than Bad Bunny?"
Nah, I don't know. He probably took his time. I mean, Bad Bunny got a slang with his Spanish words.
Nice.
You really hear it, it's all slang. Puerto Rican got their slang to it.
I mostly like his voice. He be like, "Jombea."
Yeah. I think his sound, nowadays artists catchy by their sound. It's not even about their wordplay no more.
Yeah.
It's about their sound now. It's when you listen to the industry nowadays, you hear the new generation. They sound is good, they sound good, but even though people be going I'm they trash because they don't know how to, they don't the lyrics. It's all because of the lyrics that been judged by their talent. You know what I'm saying? But they sound good nowadays. It's all about sound, really.
What I see is what I like and listen to is if I can tell who's on the track. If Travis Scott, right? He didn't put any features or anything when he dropped Astro World.
Right.
But then once Drake came on on sicko mode, I'm like, oh shit, it's Drake.
Right,
you feel me? So it's you it could have been anyone. I
Right,
wouldn't know. But cause I know Drake's sound, I know Drake's voice.
Right.
It's just it triggers
It just keeps you there until this part come on. You be like, damn.
Exactly.
Even though Travis Scott good, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But Drake is just his voice, just the power of the voice, the vibration of your voice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what it all plays, that part. When people hear Drake or DJ Khaled, you know what I'm saying? Your records could just have DJ Khaled saying, "We the best. This is personality." Listen, everybody gonna listen. Everybody, just the fact that his voice on the record.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
it's DJ Khaled.
This is sound, yeah.
You might not even like, because a lot of people are like, what does DJ Khaled even do?
Yeah.
But he's still like one of the biggest artists out
Yeah,
there.
yeah, like crazy.
Yeah, no one even knows what he does.
They think he a rapper or some shit, beat maker.
Yeah.
He's like the biggest DJ that ever got everybody together, but he do beats, man.
Well, I think he used now
He used to. Now he just like
produce it.
push it together, produce the music.
So like, you have a team? Like, who's part of your team?
Honestly, I really don't have a team, man. I've been doing this like from the ground up, like by myself. You know, I use throughout the journey work with a couple of artists, but like far as a team, anybody that's managing me or anything like that, I'll say I'm just doing it myself. Now I have a cameraman that I'm working with. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm actually working on building a team because of the numbers looking good and everything going the right way. So I feel like that's important too, because you want to start something. You want to take what you have with, you know what I mean? So let's say throughout your journey, you thought you have this amount of people and then you end up with 2. You're like, damn, you know what? Everything was meant to happen that way. So now you can keep everybody that you have. When the time you get successful, you don't have to worry about, other things. But right now I have a team, so I'm doing everything by myself.
What do you think is like the hardest part about having a team?
Loyalty, reliable, communication, dedication. You gotta to have a team. I feel like you gotta find like-minded people like you. If you don't find like-minded people like you, nobody will motivate each other from that. You won't get that same feedback that you expect from the other person, because you might be dedicated and this person might look at it as something else. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's real hard to find a loyal team. But when the time is right, everything come together. So
Yeah. What about shows that you've done?
shows, man, I've done so much shows. Like far as like for like low, unsigned artists and stuff like that. Now it's like a hustle. It became a platform where everybody could perform, where you're in line behind 20 people. But like my favorite place I performed was Live, Miami Live. That was a good platform to perform at.
How many people were there?
It was full. It was a Miami conference. They had a DJ. What was his name? Big Hef. He was an A&R for Def Jam. He was out there. There was a few A&Rs. But at that moment, it was pretty live because it was a music conference. So it was pretty good.
So there's a lot of people, like big artists there?
Yeah, it was like a lot of upcoming artists. But I don't even remember their name, to be honest.
Who's like someone that you want to work with in the future?
In the future, I would love to work with, like far as, I want to start local. I'll work with Kiddo Mars. Crazy, I work with him. I work with Deslock, Piccolo. I work with all my locals, that made back. I would work with them. But right now, I haven't really worked with anybody big.
What about like big? No, like who would you want to work with? Like the bigger you get?
If I would love to work with Drake, Meek Mills, probably like everybody around my age. Drake, Meek Mills, J. Cole, Big Sean. There's a lot of artists I would like to work with. Tory Lanez, even though he going in arrogant in the game.
I don't know. I feel like he's paid his dues, because he was like north for a little bit,
Right.
And then like he just like came up, and then now he's getting a lot bigger.
Right. He is like, he got a nice sound to him.
Yeah.
So he got a nice sound, and then when you have a good sound and your lyrics on point, you could get the game. Like you got it. You know what I'm saying?
No, exactly. So like, what about your image?
My image.
Yeah. Like, how do you go about finding it?
When you find your image, You gotta be original. You gotta find like what you like. I mean, my image, I had to go off. You know, I grew my hair because I had a spiritual dedication. So from there, I grew my hair. I just like, you know, I wanted to make clothes. I wanted to create fashion. I actually came up with a clothing called Success 99. I did it in Arabic. You know, I wanted to be like more ancient. I don't know, for some reason, like my mind always stuck on the ancient thing, so I tried to find ancient shit to have a little new era twist to it. But I don't know, I feel like it was a natural thing for an image, but you, like, to define image, I feel like you gotta always be on point. People are watching, you know what I'm saying? They're watching your clothes, they're watching what you have on. So it's like when you have stuff on social media, and then you like, damn, you know what? Damn, what can I? Now you gotta constantly buy clothes because you post this on social media, you post that on social media, so it's kind of hard to keep an image. But I feel like it's a natural thing. Once your voice and everything, you sound original, you all you. I feel like it comes with it. Like it just comes. Part of the talent, I guess.
Yeah, because I know it's hard for a lot of artists to find their image, because you can have like a dope sound, but if your image isn't there, then
you stuck.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna have no vision. Like I feel like that's a pride factor right now. Because you're gonna want to get plays on your video other than audio. A lot of people don't. You know, a lot of people listen to audio, but you gotta have that buzz. To be able to grab that audio.
I feel like video is more important.
Video is way important.
Yeah.
Because it is definitely, you gotta have that visual. You gotta have that.
Yeah, because I judge music on like how many views it got on YouTube.
Right.
I'd be like, oh, this song has like 60 million, this 70 million. But like they can have like 200 billion streams on Spotify. I don't give a fuck. I'll just be like, oh,
the visual, yeah.
Exactly.
If you look at these Spanish artists, they got the most views.
It's crazy.
Oh, it's crazy.
Because for me, I like judge rap music, right? So I see a lot of rap videos.
Right.
And you know, most of them they're just like in like 50 million, 60 million range, right?
Right.
But then I see like Latin artists and like EDM, they're in like the
billions.
Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck? Billion? Like,
and then they get like, my bad, I cut you off. They get like 200 million plays in like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It's like a day, a million plays a day or more.
Yeah, right.
It's crazy. But I know why now. You know, when you live when you're raised in a Spanish culture, you realize that, you know, when you wake up, Spanish music. When you clean, Spanish music. When you cooking, Spanish music. It's all day. It's like an all day thing. And like Romeo Santos, he probably like the biggest
definitely
idol for every Spanish culture and music, bachata. Yeah.
Especially down here. Like, you don't go nowhere in like any Hispanic mom's house or what's the name?
Yeah, that's all you hear, bachata. You guarantee you hear your man every Spanish party, guarantee when your money back, you're gonna hear Romeo Santos.
Let's say like someone's gonna listen to like one of your like 3 songs from you, and to like become a fan of you. What songs could they listen to?
They could listen to that I Know, Get Money, and Go Stupid. Off rip, they'll vibe with it. So far, I've been having good results. You know, so far I've been doing good. So I'm gonna just go off the numbers. So I feel like those 3 songs are the songs that will grasp people.
What about like some advice you have to like any artist coming up right now?
Stay true to yourself. Don't be afraid to take that risk and invest your money into pushing yourself to the next level. And don't worry about what other people think about your craft. Keep pushing. Don't worry about, you know, other people's opinion at the moment. Sometimes it's like running a business. It's like running a brand. In the beginning of your brand, don't worry about the money. Worry about what you're doing to get it out there. You know what I'm saying? Worry about the sacrifice you're taking to get it out there. And then eventually, the money will come. And then eventually you'll get the people to like it. Eventually you'll find like-minded people that like your music. You know what I mean? So stay true to yourself and don't be afraid to take that risk. Keep going.
So what about like anyone you want to shout out?
Shout out to my homie IU. Shout out to my dog Willie, Chill Will. Shout out to Will, cameraman. Shit, my circle small. Shout out to Renee's spot, man. Shout out to Trey for having Renee's spot. No, that's about it.
Where can they find you at?
They can find me on SoundCloud at Personality. But P3rsonality. Personality. Instead of the E after the P, put a 3. You can find me on every social media platform. Google me. I should be there. Personality.
Why is your name Personality? Before we wrap it up.
I'm not gonna lie. Before my first name was SQ. I'll go off my initials of my first name. When I got incarcerated for the time being, I'm not. I was born in Springfield, Massachusetts. So for some reason, I feel like when I came down to Florida, at the age of 2, I always spiritually had that North vibe. I liked it, the North style, like Dipset. You feel me? Nas, especially Nas. You know what I mean?
It's
I
like the DMV area.
What?
No, never mind.
Nah.
I'm not like too familiar.
Nah. I was so basically, my bad. So basically, when I was locked up in TGK, I always felt like I couldn't go with the Dade County style. But then again, I felt like I could do it. I want to do a little twist with North and Dade County. But then again, I felt like, I want to do everything, like as far as I had to do with music. But each music, I started to write when I was in jail. It had a different personality to it. So one day, I was rapping with somebody that was incarcerated with me. It was like, man, I like your personality on a record. You know what I mean? Every record you had a different personality. You know what I'm saying? But it's on, so I was like, man, you know what? I want something different. I'm gonna just call myself Personality. And I felt like I used the 3 for 3 different sounds that I use normally on my album.
Yeah.
So one minute I probably spit fast. I got a voice to harmonize, and then on my conscious shit. So it's just in that terminology of my voice. So I just took it as that. You know what? I'm just calling myself Personality.
For sure, I get it. It's like, I was like sort of similar. Like when I was like making music, I would just like try to be like different people on the tracks.
Right. Yeah.
But
Try to be like more
what you're going for.
More creative. Sometimes when you're in that conscious mind, you separate yourself from, yourself. You're that artist on Personality. I gotta put my mind to that artist, or I don't know. Just feel like it comes out of the concept. You talk about bitches, then you gotta talk like a pimp. You gotta put your mind like you're a pimp.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So.
For sure. So this meant 6 feet. Personality.
Yo, check me out. Instagram P3rsonality. Catch me there. Instagram, SoundCloud, Personality, P3. Twitter, Stats Records.
For sure.